Welcome to Rolling with the Robinsons, where we talk about everything from makeup to tech.
Hi guys.
Hola mi gente. So today I am going to review a exercise book that we got. Now I've tried a million diets, a million workout routines, and to be honest with you, I don't always go through with them, or if I do, I go overboard. And so I was taking a workout class at the gym that I'm currently enrolled into, and I was starting to look very bulky. Like I was doing I was doing weights and body weight, and just it was kind of like a whole body pump kind of class. And it's called Body Pump, and I was falling in love with it. I loved how I felt. I liked that I could do multiple reps without getting tired. But the downside about that, because I am very short and already stubby, I was starting to look very bulky, like luchadora, kind of like a wrestler style.
If you have weightlifting turns fat into muscle.
And as my husband continued to teach me and kind of inform me about things, that I was starting to create a lot of muscle. And so instead of dropping the weight and making my lifting weights turns fat into muscle. And so that's what was going on. So my shoulders were kind of trimming down, my arms were getting fit. I could see my muscles popping out, but they were coming out outwards instead of leaning my arms down. And that's what I was trying to get from it, but I wasn't aware that the exercises that I was doing with the weights was making me bulky. And so my husband goes, "Baby, you kind of looking a little, luchadora status there. Kind of like a linebacker." I was like, well, that's not what I want. And so he's a researcher, so he loves to investigate, kind of go online, go on recommendations, look at videos, and I just kind of reap the benefits from that. And so he kind of fell upon this book called the Body Sculpting Bible for Women, Platinum Edition. And this book is by James Villapig and Hugo Rivera, and it's featuring the 14-day body sculpting workout. I will definitely link the description, put the information on the description box so that you ladies can see this. So now this book it gives you an introduction, how it started, why it was made, and it gives you a platform. It definitely does recommend that, this is not a way to get a quick, fast result. This takes time. There is a routine. Kind of trust the process. I am on week 7, going on week 8 now, and I have to say that even though I haven't noticed like, oh my goodness, overnight transformation, but I am noticing the fact that my definition on my arms did trim down. So instead of my muscles going outwards, they're leaning down long wise, and I still have a long ways to go. But with this one, I've never been able, even when I was my fittest, been able to do a lunge whatsoever. Like I would kind of just go to wherever the knee went down before I reached my knee. Before I reached the end of my foot, my knees were already hurting. Even when I was fit, like I was taking dance classes, walking all day, dancing, like you name it, I could never do it. And so now, for the first time, this actually on my 7th week, for the first time in my life, I was able to do a full lunge for 10, a repeated amount of 10 times. Now, these exercises continue to increase, and they kind of get a little more difficult and challenging. The beginning, I could do it, no problem, but it's just kind of going through it. The workouts don't last anymore from 20 minutes to 45 to an hour. Now, I've gone a little over an hour because it's taking me time to transition from exercise to exercise. For my husband, for him, maybe 45 minutes, no more than an hour. For myself, I've gone a little bit over an hour, but not much. I've gone some exercises where it's like 25 minutes, but I am drenched in sweat. Now, I don't have a problem sweating. I sweat even when I wash the dishes. So that for me isn't an issue. The issue for me is the endurance of being able to keep going without resting. Now, it does give you a guideline, and it does give you examples on how to perform the exercise, what it's called, how to modify it. Now, on some of these exercises, and I'll give you an example. For it'll tell you what you have to do, and it'll say, okay, now for this exercise you have to do a deep lunge, and it'll tell you the page number, and then it'll give you an example of how it's done, and then on the bottom it'll give you a description of how to do it, how to position yourself, and what are frequently asked questions, and the best answers result for that question. Now, I personally like to place tabs for my weeks, and some of the weeks are repeated, or the exercises are repeated, but in the girl version of the book, there is a lot of squats, there is a lot of lunges and calf raises. It does ask you on your days off, like my days of exercise are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and so Tuesday and Thursday I'm supposed to add 30 minutes of cardio plus crunches and leg ups. Let me tell you, last week for my 7th week, I was dying because I had to do a lot of calf raises plus lunges and squats and ballet squats. My legs were killing me, but one of the things that I really appreciate is the fact that I'm trying to trim down, but I'm trying to do this the right way without any herbal pills or anything that's gonna give me a quick result, but with a not so desired result. And I want this to last for a long time, a lifetime. And so with this one, even though I am noticing differences, and there might not be as quick as I would want to, I definitely do see results. The lunges for me was like my all moment because I've never been able to do them in my life. And so I could appreciate, even though I was like, my calves are burning, I already have big calves, like I don't know, I don't understand why, but my husband did make a really good point to me, and he says, you know what, sometimes you have to just trust the process. And it gets irritating, it gets overwhelming, sometimes you don't want to work out, but you know what, just do it, get it over with, and just go on with your day. It does recommend, we did have learned different techniques that we've implemented into these exercises. So they do have a men's version of this, which you'll see my husband review later on, and he'll be in one of the videos that you'll see on our channel. But I definitely love this book. I have it on I recommend it to everybody on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and I have had friends who have actually messaged me to tell me, you know what, you talked so highly about this book that I had to buy it myself, to where they're sharing the book at home with their family, with their parents, with their spouse. And I give this book, as of the moment, I give it a 10 out of 10. It is just a wonderful way to kind of shape your body in a more leaner and kind of a more feminine way, because sometimes when you exercise and you don't know what you're doing, I've been that type of person that'll go to the gym and I go, okay, what do I do next? And then I just kind of look around, and whatever's available, then I'll just go do. Or I'll spend more than half an hour doing cardio, or I'll take a class, and as a result of that, I was taking a class that I really loved, but it wasn't giving me the results that I wanted. It was giving me the results for the purpose of that class. And so because I am already a big girl, I didn't want to look bigger and I look like a little wrestler. And so this has definitely done a change for me. Now, I do not whatsoever have a bottom. And I've seen, because of the squats and the lunges and all the lower body exercise, I am definitely noticing a difference, which I really appreciate, and I know my husband really appreciates. And for him to tell me, hey, you know what, it's making a difference, you guys just keep going, it's keep it up, like this is working. And so it makes me feel good to know that my partner is actually noticing my effort, and that I am getting results. I might not be getting them as fast as I want, but I'm getting them. And that's the end purpose of everything, is that I'm applying this, but for a lifestyle, not for a quick fix. And I definitely recommend it. If you guys haven't seen this book before, we bought it online through Amazon for about $13. We got it fairly quickly through Amazon Prime, so it didn't take much time to arrive, and it just kind of gives you a whole guide. And the exercise plans, they go from advanced to easy to beginner, and right now I am doing without any weight, so just my personal body weight, and let me tell you, that is extremely difficult for me. But the weights go from 1 pound up to whatever pounds you can actually manage and handle. Now the men's version is a little different than the women's version. Actually, it's very different from the women's version because it's meant for, you know, a man and a woman do not have the same body shape. We do not have the same amount of muscle. We do not have the same amount of metabolism. Like, we are completely two different beings. And so our bodies are meant to look different. And so for the men's, I've noticed a huge difference in my husband. He's a naturally big man. And so for him to trim down, I say within a week or two of exercising, he says 2 months, but no. I get so mad because I'll do 3 months worth of exercising, eating right and everything. I lose like 5 pounds. He loses 20 pounds and he's looking like freaking Calvin Klein model. But he has his version and I have mine. Our days are off, but I give this book a 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend it. I haven't seen any reviews for this book online. So for me, I'm a type of person that's, try it on your own, see if you get the same results, and if so, recommend it to other people in your family, in your home, friends and family. But this is definitely a book that I will be using for a very long time, and I am a very hands-on person, so I like to go back in the book and see what I'm doing, even though I don't need to because I know the names, and some new exercises that are introduced to me that I'm kind of like, I don't even think I can do that. Like, I'll try it, but I'm like, babe, can we find an alternative way to do this, please? Because I know I'm going to end up breaking something. And I'll give you an example really quickly. So one of my exercises was to do a CC squat. I've never heard of that in my life. Squats, I can do them all day. I was like, what's a sissy squat? Let me show you what a sissy squat, for those of you who don't know like I didn't. That's a sissy squat. Who does that?
He needs some milk.
Why would you do that? Not me. So I said, babe, you better find something else for me to do because I'm not bending my back like that. Like, you have to raise your legs, kind of bend backward like the exercise. No, thank you. No, thank you. But other than that, I definitely love this book. I definitely recommend it. If you haven't heard of it, research it. Look it up yourself. You can order it online. You'll receive it really quickly and try it out. What do you have to lose? $13, and now you just have a nice book for your shelf. But if you do actually use the product, you'll definitely see results. Now, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, subscribe to us. Go ahead and click the button on the bottom and join our family. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.